how are we? Today I'll be showing you a video on how to coil a Genesis style atomizer. I got the Kraken to do mine on. It really does come out absolutely fantastic vape. It's a stainless steel rope with Ekowool. Someone asked me to how I did it, so I thought I'd do a video to show exactly how it was done. It's quite easy. There's a few little fiddly bits that you need to do, but I'll show you down below in a minute when we show to the deck, and I'll show you everything required to make this. It's a fantastic vape. Right, here's every bit of kit we'll probably be needing for this. You're going to need to torch the wire before you use. You need to cut it first with this. Cut a piece off. I've cut a piece off earlier. Make sure it's not frayed on the ends, otherwise you won't be getting your Ekowool to run through it. There's a cut piece already, perfect. Make sure you make it for the length of the atomizer. There we go. This is the one that I've been using. The best thing about this is you can just keep reusing the rope. Right. First off, now it's cut. That can be moved out the way. You're going to need to get your Ekowool. Here's your Ekowool. Make sure it's torched, otherwise you'll never get the screw through to loosen it up for the stainless steel rope. The reason you do this is because it makes it more sterner. So when you actually do end up putting the rope through it, it doesn't fray everywhere and whatever. Just need to give it a bit of a burn. It does get hot. Alright. I like to use 30 gauge wire on this to get to around 1.2 ohms. Right. That was quite hot. Let's just wait for that to cool down a second. I just think I've burnt myself. That's fine now. What I'm doing here is you get the screwdriver through the middle of the Ekowool. There's a little hole. You push the screwdriver through the hole. Make sure it's not a flathead screwdriver, otherwise it'll fray to pieces. There you go, it's through, which has made the opening completely perfect, or should be anyway, for the rope. The rope is used to help get the juice up and wick the Ekowool, so it's like a feeder for it. I do believe I've put that in all the way. Maybe not. Just keep feeding it down, nice and gentle. Don't force. The reason that I do this is because it's the closest flavour that I've got to being as good as my dripper. And there we go. It's through. Something a bit more like. That's what it'll look like. I'll cut a little bit off the top probably. Now, we're going to need your wire, what you want to coil it with. So, I'm going to go for 30 gauge. I'll give it a little bit of a heat up just quickly. You won't even need a lot of this wire. If you're going for 30 gauge, to get it to about 1.2 ohms, that's a single coil. So, let's have a look what happens when we get it up and running. Here we go. Hold it on your finger. I don't know if you can see it. Ready to go. Leave enough to coil round. 1, 2, 3, and there you have. Not the neatest, but we'll sort that out in a moment. Right, then you slot it down into the hole that you're using on your Genesis style atomizer. I'm just going to cut off some of the excess fray that you won't be needing. Watching not to cut the wire. Oh, come on, yeah. That's what it should come out like. Four wraps at 0.3. Hold your hot thumb it down. Hold it in place. Same with the top post. Let's just see how she's firing at the minute. See if we've got any hot spots. Right. All burning evenly. Remember, this isn't cotton wool, so you can do this with Ekowool. All burning nice and safe and sound. Now I'm going to show you a little vape on her. This really is a cracking coil. I'll show you how she vapes in a minute. You can get some decent clouds off it. And this is the final article. She's booming like a champ. Let's have a vape on her. Remember, on these, the rope will need to be tipped up as you use it, only slightly, and not every time. But you're going to need to do that. Otherwise, you're not going to get the juice running up into the Ekowool and soaking it. She vapes like a boss. Boom. For a 1 ohm coil, she kicks, man, really does. Oh, well, the flavour's awesome in this thing. Thanks again for watching, and if you like, remember, if you like the videos, subscribe down below. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and I hope I helped a few people out who're struggling with Genesis Atis. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again on the next video.